supreme understanding. I'm gonna just give it to you live and fast. I don't got too much time to talk, but it's just a nice observation I wanted to share. I had a nice conversation just now. Um, I was, in a shop out here in the Lenox Mall area, and ended up in a conversation with his brother in the business suit. Shout out to you if you're checking this out, if you happen to come across this. And he was talking to me about, I don't know, something. We talking about something random, and I'm just listening to the way that he talks. And so I asked him, I said, what do you do? And he said, he's trying to get back into the business world. Translation, unemployed, looking, applying, hoping to meet somebody. And that's probably not why you're talking to me, because I don't look like I can give you a job, do I? And if you only knew. And I'm not that I'm in a position to give out jobs, because that's not even how my company is structured. Supreme Design Publishing is a socialist model. I eat, you get in where you fit in. You eat based off of you working. It ain't like I'm paying paychecks and percentages and all that. I don't do that. That's that old slave model. That's that capitalism shit. We don't do that here. And if you don't understand that, I feel sorry for you, man, because you're still stuck in that old world. The old world is dead, because this whole old business model is gone. It's a thing of the past. So that's what I get into with him, because I ask him, because I'm listening to how he talks, and this is what I say to him exactly. I said, you sound like you spend a lot of time talking to white people. And he said, why you say that? I said, because you've almost perfected the dialect that's required when you have business dealings with white people. Because he's talking real proper. But I can tell that's not natural to him. And so he don't break step. He's like, yeah, you're right, I do, but I don't think I have it perfected. Obviously he's training. So I'm like, oh yeah, you got a couple of things, or I catch little things, your accent's coming out. So where you from? South Carolina. Okay. And I already know, like, okay, you went through the school system and you were taught to be proper. That's a definitely South Carolina thing, among other places. But the conversation we get to is so beautiful, because I'm able to say to him, like, homie, I run a pretty successful company, but I made a decision at least a year ago that I would just say fuck the conventions. I would just do things my way. I'm not gonna fuck around and try to be stepping fetching for no goddamn body. I'm not trying to kiss nobody ass. I'm not brown nosing. I'm not putting on a goddamn suit when I don't want to. I'll put on a suit when I feel like it, but I ain't gonna put on a suit for somebody else's approval. Try to change my dialect, change the way I talk. I'm not doing all that. And I made that decision, man. I understand now why Russell Simmons made that same decision, man. He was making a statement with the fact that he's never worn a suit to a fucking meeting, and that man makes millions of dollars. That's a statement. That's a statement of rebellion. It's a statement of rebellion as much as it is to sag your pants in the hood. And what's so deep about it, because, if you don't draw it up, you ain't gonna get it. So I'm telling them, like, up until recently, I was still, when I get on the phone, I put on my white people voice. And at some point, I just decided, man, fuck that. I'm going to just talk how I feel. I'm going to just talk how I feel, because anybody right now that's doing business with me, they got to do business with me on my terms. If you want to be my distributor, if you want to carry my products, if you want to, get the next contract from me, you got to do business on my terms. It's as simple as that, And everybody that I do business with, either they people that I can consider family, they supporters of the movement, they with it in some kind of way, they on this revolutionary shit and they willing to put in the work, and see the benefits of it. Or it's a motherfucker coming to me hoping that I help them out. And I'm talking about white people too, and that's a beautiful thing. When I got white people coming to me like, yo, can we carry your books? And I gotta tell you no. When I got people saying, hey man, can you publish my book? And I'm talking about university professors and shit, and I gotta say, nah, we don't do your kind of book. We do books for the hood. That's a beautiful thing. Man, and what I'm saying is, it's about a decision, man. Your life is characterized by the decisions you make. So you can keep living like in submission, in complacency, or you can live in defiance. And see, the thing is, there's productive and constructive defiance, and then there's that bullshit that's not productive and not constructive. There's that kind of defiance that just leads to your own self-destruction. That's called nihilism. Where you just basically living like there's no tomorrow. I live like tomorrow is beautiful, but I live like I make my tomorrow, not another motherfucker making it for me and I'm hoping to get on his shit. See, that's the problem with some of the people getting at me. See, I can already tell that I can't do nothing with some of these books that people are hitting me up, talking to me about, because just by the way that people are getting at me, I know that they don't have the drive, the ambition, the confidence in themselves, the hustle, or the integrity, or some of the many things that you need to be successful in this industry. Because if you coming to me and you saying, hey man, can you publish my book and possibly pay me a percentage, hey, you the wrong type of dude. We don't share the same blood type. Cause that ain't how I got where I got. What could I do with you? Especially if you read some of my books and you understand the science of how to get on in this world. But anyway, man, I'm gonna cut that short. It's just a beautiful thing, man, when you can make a decision to just say, you know what, I'm gonna live the way I wanna live. You could be 40 and make that decision, 50. I wanna change the game, man. That's the only way it's gonna happen. Peace.